Happy Easter, YouTube, or Resurrection Sunday, whichever you prefer. Well, you guys know where I am. I'm in the shop right now, working, still trying to resurrect this Jeep. I'm doing the transmission. It's been a long week. I've dealt with a lot of issues throughout this week, but today I'm doing the transmission. I pulled it out the other day. Here's the old transmission. I don't know who serviced this transmission before, but look at this. This was the mount. They actually put like silicone to hold the mount to the cross members, so the mount wasn't even connected. It was all glued together, so it's just been a week of little surprises like that and different things that I've fixed so far. Anyway, so the new transmission, look at that I got from iParcars.com. Man, I then cleaned it up, painted it. I'm even making the transmission sexy. That's what happened when I sprinkle a little sexy on it. Look at that transmission. It's beautiful. So this thing is ready to go in. It's got the linkage. I've already cleaned the sensors, the safety neutral switch, the crank sensor. Everything has already been cleaned and ready to go on. I also pulled the exhaust off and painted the exhaust. Whenever I do transmissions on Jeeps and some other cars too, depending, I always pull the exhaust to give me more room to work. Let me show you what I mean. So I also want to share a tip for guys out there that's doing transmissions. Give me a second. All right. So you see how much room I got under here to work now? Nothing's in my way. It's right there. I just got to lift the tranny up and put it in place. So if you're installing the transmission, and let's say you don't have a transmission jack or you don't have another set of hands, let me show you guys a trick that I do. This is what I do. It makes it easy for me to install these transmissions by myself. So if you look here, so this is the original bolt. This is an original bolt. So what I've done is I've taken longer bolts and cut the heads off of them, as you can see, right? So you notice that these bolts are longer than the factory bolts. And the reason why I do that, let me show you, is because we take these bolts like this, put them in like that. What you're doing is creating a dowel pin for yourself. So I got one here, hold on. One up here, put the other one here. Right? Make sure the threads are the same as the bolts that you're putting in. Now the reason I leave them longer is so that way you've given yourself 4 points, 4 dowel pins that when you slide the transmission in place, everything is going to line up. So without the exhaust here, everything is clear. Once I jack the transmission up into place and I push it, it's going to slide right on all of these. Now the reason they have to be longer is so that way it slides over, the transmission will slide over, so the transmission will stop like somewhere like right along here. It still gives you enough to be able to just unscrew it, pull it out, and stick the right bolt in. It's that easy. Alright, that's my G7 Easy Transmission Mountain Kit. Look at that. Just put that on and that's it. And you do it all the way around. Once you get to this side, you just pull that out, unscrew it, put the right bolt in. Same thing up here. Pull them out one by one. Everything is already in line. Once you get the 4 bolts in the mount, once you get the tranny to slide on these 4 mounting points, you know, for every transmission it's a little different, but this is the one I always use for Jeeps. But once you get these things into position, everything is going to line up. So once you get these bolts in, you hook up the torque converter, hook up everything else. So the reason I moved the exhaust is because I got nothing in my way. There's nothing in my way. This comes right in, slide in, you just unscrew these and replace it with a bolt. Do it one at a time. When you get it up, don't pull all 4 out because you don't want it to fall off until you get those first at least 2 started, and then you're good. The rest of it will fall into place. All right, so hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Hold, let me get up from under here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Um, that dark fluid, that's the fluid out the old transmission. But I've also changed the fluid, the seals in this transmission as well. Installed a new filter. Listen, this filter is like $30, but I'm gonna tell you something. Now is the time to do all of this. Now is the time to do your safety neutral switch. Now is the time to change your filter. Now is the time to do all this because it's just so much easier to do it when it's out here like this as opposed to when it's on the car. So now all I have to do is put it in, fill it up with fluid, hook everything up, and it's a go. I'll be driving this thing tomorrow, so there'll be another video. But thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your day. Grant 7 AutoWorks at newcarsuck.com.